Okay, this shout out is for the Bumpskey Show, and it's from Jerry Bumpskey. And I would like to wish the Bumpskey Show a happy 21st anniversary. Congratulations on being the longest running music, art, and weed culture show on the internet. Longer views, less views than a cat video on YouTube, but just as important. Peace, love, and rock and roll. Less views than a cat video. Hey, you can't compete with animals, man. Don't even try. They're just too cute. We're not. But I'm going to check out the Bumpskey Show. And I'm going to check out Jerry Bumpskey.
It's love like this. You hold on to all the things you might miss. The moment's gone after the soft light hits upon the dawn of every morning kiss. It's more than enough for me, loving you endlessly, having you close to me. And as time goes by, love it grows in every thousand.
All right, let's restart Allie. I feel bad. Restart Allie. You ready? Now that I got things under control, I think. Welcome to the Bumpskey Show. Whatever. Here we go. More than enough. Welcome to my therapy session.
Like this, you hold on to all the things you might miss. The moment's gone after the soft light hits upon the dawn of every morning kiss. It's more than enough for me, loving you endlessly, having you close to me. And as time goes by, love it grows in every thousand miles. I hit the road, it's been a long, long drive, but I'm coming home, I'm gonna stay a while. It's more than enough for me, loving you endlessly, having you close to me. It's more than enough for me, loving you endlessly, having you close to me. And just me like a water talk from belly to bone, out onto the lake with the dance floor of our and our nights like tonight. I wanna tell you just how sweet you have made my life. I feel the heat and I wanna keep you by my side from now on. Everything will be
enough. Ally McGurk. I think Ally borrowed from the Beatles there a little bit. You know that song? Dun, 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 dun. I think there was a little borrowing there by Ally, but you know what? The Beatles borrowed from like tons of African Americans. So that's what the music business is all about. It's like there's only so many notes. So people borrow from each other. Happy anniversary birthday. Whose birthday / anniversary is it? I don't know whose birthday anniversary it is. But happy anniversary birthday to whoever. I don't know. I'm not sure whose anniversary birthday it is. It's not ours. Ours is in September. Ours is in September. Oh, but I think I know who's in the chat room. So let's play this. Sure, let's play this. This is Edible Red. No, we're in our 25th year. We have 24 years of broadcasting, but we're on September 26th. We'll be celebrating our 25th year of broadcasting. We'll be wrapping up our 25th year of broadcasting. And I think the lead singer of this band is in the chat room right now. So once again, proving that good music lasts forever. And we couldn't play this video for a long time because the audio was shit on it. It was at the Highline Ballroom. And either I was a shitty videographer at the time, or the sound wasn't that great in the room. I think it was a little of both. I think I remember it being quite loud. Just for being loud. You know, not that it needed to be loud. So let's do some Edible Red. Let's do a couple of songs. Let's see. Purple Duck is definitely my favorite. So I'm going to save that for last. How about we do some Paralyzed? This is Edible Red. Highline Ballroom. right, we could use some of this right now. How about We Love America? We Love America. Edible Red. We Love America. checking out Edible Red. This one's called Purple Duck. One of my faves. Although I do love We Love America. I love a lot of the songs. Purple Duck. Up against the wall now, bitch.
Thank you. Good night. We are
Edible Red.
For sale in the back. Thank you.
Edible Red having to be salesmen at their own shows. It's a shitty life being a musician. Unless you're some old fuck who shouldn't be playing anymore. And let me go down the list. Ringo Starr, you're done. Paul McCartney, you're done. The Who, you're done. AC/DC, you're done. If you want to make money, just like, you can't tell me Paul McCartney doesn't have hours and hours and hours of video that he shot of himself. The guy was making more money than pretty much anybody on the planet in the 70s with all the Beatle money and stuff. He had a film like every Wings show. The Grateful Dead have recordings. The Grateful Dead, who spent all their money on heroin, have recordings of like every show they ever did. You can't tell me that Paul McCartney doesn't have recordings of... Oh, God. Paul, you're done. All right? In my book, you barely had a career, but you're done now. Make room for new people. And not AI music. Fuck the AI music. I want people that actually play instruments, like those people we just saw, Edible Red. That was one of those deals where I contacted the lead singer, Colette, and said, hey, listen, do you mind if we come out and film? And back then, you know, I didn't want the bands to think, and I wasn't trying to get like free entry by them and free shit by them and like all the other websites. I just was happy that they let me film them and stuff. So we paid to get into that show, and I stood in the back. I didn't even go in the front. I stood in the back and filmed, as you could see by all the heads in the shot. And I wanted it to feel and look like you were there at the show, because I wanted the bands to sell the good stuff. I just wanted to give you the feeling of what it was like to be at an Edible Red show. And from what I understand, that was 2008 at the Highline Ballroom, another place that doesn't exist anymore. One of the many, many, many clubs that I shot footage in that just doesn't exist. So Colette's hanging out in the chat room right now. She said that footage is amazing. Thank you. Like I said, it was so distorted that it took me a bunch of programs, years of learning about sound on my own. And I finally got it to the point where we can play it now. And I agree, it sounds awesome. Well, it doesn't sound awesome, but it gives you the feeling of being there, you know? Which is what I want, without being annoying. So, Edible Red. Yes, captures the heart of the show, which we did many, many times. I mean, we would go out to shows all the time, and like half the times, the bands didn't even know if we showed up or not. Because like after, that was a kind of big show for Edible Red, so they had all their friends there, and, you know, they were doing their schmooze thing after the show, and I don't want to interrupt people. I don't want to be the one to be like, hey, look at me. It was their night. It was Edible Red's night. So I didn't want to take away from that. You know, we've had people in the studio for a while. I worked in a recording studio. And we've had bands come to the recording studio. And Bumpskey was reminding me about Lone Wolf James. I did a interview with Lone Wolf James, and I did like a whole little like interview video, which I think is up on our interview channel on YouTube, I think. But I did this whole like interview thing with Lone Wolf James, and I thought it came out pretty good. So what do you say we do a Lone Wolf James song? What should I do? That's always the question. What should I do? And I think some of these are like live from the living room too, because we used to have bands come in the living room too. Right? Imagine that. Maybe I should play something live from the living room. And of course it's a different band, because basically bands kind of switch on and off. It's hard to keep a whole bunch of people together that really aren't making any money. You know what I'm saying? All right, so here we go. Lone Wolf James.
This is Thor from Lone Wolf James. You are watching the best indie music on the Bumpskey Show. Better watch it.
Thor. I blew it on Thor there. Hold on. I'm paying attention to the chat room and trying to do too many things.
This is Thor from Lone Wolf James. You are watching the best indie music on the Bumpskey Show. Better watch it.
All right, so here's something live from the kitchen, living room. This was my apartment in Bayonne, New Jersey. Nice studio, huh? You gotta love the bathroom in the background. Chicago blues. Sweet Chicago blues. Sweet Chicago blues. Ain't no pop, ain't hip hop, ain't R&B, rap, or no downtown blues. Ain't no folk, ain't no polka, ain't no ordinary country western too. If you wanna know where it hails from, baby, let me take you home. Down Chicago blues. Sweet Chicago blues. Sweet Chicago blues. Sweet Chicago blues. Sweet Chicago blues. If you wanna know where it is from, baby, let me take you home. Down Chicago blues. Sweet Chicago blues. Sweet Chicago blues. Sweet Chicago blues. Lone Wolf James, live from the kitchen in the living room. Now, this cartoon may or may not be about Lone Wolf James. I'm not going to tell. But this is cannoli for dessert. Little animation I did about a Bumpskey story. When we first started Bumpskey, nobody had any idea what we were, so they thought we were a record company with a lot of money. If a band came over for an interview, we would always feed them, give them drinks, and share some herb if they were into it. We never pretended that we had money or made promises. I would always laugh when they would ask me where the girls were. Here I was building computers and doing 12-hour shows. Sounds like a guy who has girls hanging out, right? I would always say, you are the rock stars. I thought you were bringing them. Today's episode is a perfect example of a band who thought we were a big company until they came and saw my shitty apartment. After that, I think they felt they needed to get whatever they could while they were there. So when we invited them out to eat, they went a little overboard. Well, I don't need to tell you. You can see for yourself. Hey guys, after the show, Bumpskey and I would love to take you out to dinner.
There are a lot of great places around here to eat. We could go for a diner or Italian, whatever you guys want.
Let's do Italian. We could use some Jersey Italian food. Take us to a bar where the mob hangs out. We watch The Sopranos and know all about New Jersey. Yeah, let's park the car in Tony Soprano's spot.
Well, guys, we're not far from Bada Bing's if you want to go there. I can tell you how to get there, but I don't want to go.
Nah, Jerry, let's take your car and go get some food. Right on. What do we have here? Hey, guys. Welcome to Uncle Vito's. Please take any seat you want, and I'll be right with you. Hey, Jerry, what's okay to order?
Harry, don't worry about it. Dinner's on us.
Thank you, Bumpskey. Hello, everybody. Can I take your order? I'll have 3 appetizers, a pizza while I'm waiting, spaghetti and meatballs, lasagna, steak, a hamburger, 2 desserts, a Diet Coke, and a glass of water. Give me what Harry's having, but add a lobster tail and some shrimp, and I'll have lemon in my water. I'll have the same thing, but no lemon in my water. I can't decide. It all looks so good. You know what? Just give me one of everything on the menu.
Just give me a salad, please.
And just a burger and fries for me, please.
Bumpskey, we are so ready to get our music out there. We are using all the tools on the internet like MySpace.com and MP3.com, so it won't be long before we're huge.
That's great. Let us know what we can do to help. We are here for the artists.
We appreciate everything you guys are doing, especially turning artists on to technology. Nobody is doing a 12-hour-a-day show supporting independent artists. Yeah, we really appreciate what you guys are trying to do to keep music alive.
We can only play you guys. What we need help with is getting listeners.
Don't worry about it, Bumpskey. We'll get all our loyal fans to tune in, and before you know it, you'll have thousands of listeners. Yeah, no doubt. I know lots of people that'll love this show. Me too.
Our goal has always been to create an artist commune on the internet where everyone can support each other. We know the record industry is set up as a competition. We want to change that. We want to be the opposite of the record company.
Someday all music, TV, and movies will be on the internet, and we want to help creative people embrace the technology.
That's great, Jerry. Hey, do you mind if I get some dessert to take back to the hotel room?
Go ahead, Gary.
Yeah, let me have 8 cannolis to go. Sure, no problem. I'll get them wrapped up right away, and I'll update the check to reflect the extra $60.
Hey, Bumpskey, take a look at this check. I don't think I've ever spent this much on dinner in my life. All right. There it is, cannoli for dessert. I don't know, that might be on our animated channel. It might be on my animation channel. There. All right. I see we got a lot of YouTubers popping in and out. The 20-second YouTubers that pop in for 20 seconds and decide if they like the show or not. This guy sucks. I gave him a whole 15 seconds. I don't like the song he's playing. This sucks. Let's see. What is my animation channel? That is a good question. Hold on. Let me see if I can get to that real quick. I don't know if I have a lot of the animation up, because at one point I think I was trying to earn money during COVID doing animation, but AI took over. So that was the end of that. AI took over and nobody wanted somebody to do really good animation. Let's see. Bumpskey Animation. View full list. I got the Vision Quest video. I got record stores. That's pretty good. You might like record stores, City Cat. City Cat, another true story about Aretha Franklin's son coming to the bar that we used to do videos out of on Saturday night before 9/11. Because I guess I'm in a world that everything is either before 9/11 or after 9/11. But before 9/11, we did a live show on Saturday nights from New York City. And Aretha Franklin's son showed up. And they wouldn't allow me to have him play on stage. So what I did was I just took our equipment downstairs and interviewed him downstairs while bands were playing upstairs. And I think I pissed off that dickhead Dick Siegel from online TV. Screw him. Hey, you know, I think anybody that's named Jeff, we should just immediately convert their name to douchebag. Because it appears like every Jeff that I meet, and most of these Jeffs are my bosses, all these Jeffs are a bunch of douchebags, but Jeffrey is like a slang term for a doobie. So I don't want to, at least in that movie, what was that movie? Get Him to the Greek. Did you ever see Get Him to the Greek? That must have been some kind of behind the scenes thing there, huh? Russell Brand, P. Diddy, and that dude from Superbad who's not funny, Noah, whatever the hell his name is. He made like 40 bad movies and 2 good movies. Superbad and what was that other one? Moneyball, and he wasn't even that good in it. It was just a good movie. But, yeah, Jeffrey was like a doobie in Get Him to the Greek. Imagine what P. Diddy and Russell Brand were doing. Oh, my God. Welcome to the perverted world that we live in. It's a shame. It's a shame we've gotten to this point. Someone's got to stop it. I don't know. People got to start giving a shit. Everybody's giving up. Everybody's like, oh, well, what can I do? I can't do anything about it. Me. Stop with the me shit. Let's get into the us. That's where the power is. The power is the us, not the me. Me. Well, I can't do anything about it. And oh, it's always me. Nobody cares. We've all got our problems. We've all got problems. Get over yourself. You're not that important. You're lucky if you scurry through this life and meet someone that you could love and carve out a little world of your own. And then you get older and you start falling apart and nobody cares. The only job you can get is at ShopRite at a supermarket because everybody's throwing you away. And you're all going to be in that position. So, you know, you're sitting there now and you might be 20 years old and you're like, that's not going to happen to me. Oh, let me tell you what. It's all going to happen to you. Everybody's afraid to tell you. Your body's going to start falling apart. Nobody's going to give a flying fuck about you. And you're going to have to scurry your way through. Nobody's going to want to give you a job. Like, we're all rich. Like, everybody's got money. You know how many older people don't have money that are struggling? That you're 20 years old and you're bitching and moaning that you can't get a job. Meanwhile, you're in mommy and daddy's basement. I don't know, playing video games. Get over it. Get over it already. All right, let's do some. Try to smack some sense into people. It's difficult. Let's do some. No one's gonna save your life. This is the Charlie Wheeler Band. No one's going to save your life. You got to save your life for yourself. Charlie Wheeler Band. Bumpskey Show.
I'll be your bright star constellation. When your ship sails far from home, it's hard to watch your self-destruction. You stick them needles in your heart. You always try with your eye wide open. Got that pedal pinned to the floor. Hey,
gone. No one's gonna save you when I'm gone. No one's gonna take the time to feed ya, care enough to need ya. No one's gonna save you when I'm gone. I'll be the one that falls before your feet. To beg with you, plead with you, come on home. I'll be the one who drags you down from the mountain's peak. Go take you places that you've never known. Hey, yeah. You always try with your eye wide open. Got that pedal bang to the floor. Exactly what I was hoping for. Was hoping you'd give just a little more, because no one's gonna save you when I'm gone. No one's gonna save you when I'm gone. No one's gonna take the time to feed you, care enough to need you. 'Cause no one's gonna save you when I'm gone. Save you when I'm gone.
All right, let's do one more, and we're going to wrap it up after that. Usually try and keep to an hour, but I might be a little over today. This one's called The Door. This is Chloe Echo. Chloe Echo, The Door. Check this out. Great video, great song. Chloe Echo.
Out of the blue, I was alone, no ceiling over my head. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. My options looking half dead. All the signs were misread. I was desperate and looking online. Found a sublet on Hemingway. I'm taking my time. Who's at the door? It's not who I thought. It's a skyscraper man, and he's pointing his hand. Behind the door, fire is burning. There's smoke in the air. Kick through the door. He's holding a sail. Passed out in his chair. He opens his eyes and saunters towards us like he don't even care. In lingerie and thigh-high boots with dry gel in his hair. I'm out the door.
One more time, sorry.
Chloe and I are both out the door. Chloe Echo, the door. I want to thank Colette for hanging out. Colette from Edible Red. I guess she just stumbled across the show. So it was nice having her hanging out. Hopefully she'll check back in again. Make sure I keep on playing the Edible Red. Although I've been playing Edible Red on a pretty steady basis. You'll catch them maybe once a week, twice a week, maybe. Maybe once every other week, because we do have a lot of music here. We have a lot of music here, so you know how it is. All right. Let's wrap the show up. Don't forget, this is the important part. Be good to each other. Take care of each other. Love each other. Respect each other. Except if the guy's name is Jeff. Then you could call him a douchebag. Because all Jeffs are douchebags in my book. At least all the Jeffs that I've met. So, anyway. If you can't do all the things at once, start with respect. Once you respect somebody, you can learn to care about them. And then once you learn to care about them, if something should happen to them, like they get hurt or something, you might take care of them. And then if you take care of them, oh my, you might actually learn to love them. And not necessarily in a physical way, that's possible, but also in the way that one human being loves another human being. And there was a time in this crazy world where people loved each other. Strangers loved each other. You used to go to a bar and you would talk to everybody. What happened? What happened? I don't know. We need to change stuff. That's like, I'm not a political person, but I will say this. Like every time that Donald Trump farts or something, I get a message popping up. And then, Donald Trump bombed Iran. For the last day, nothing's popped up on my phone. Nothing like Israel's bombed Iran or Iran has bombed Israel. Nothing. It's like the Middle East never happened, according to my phone now. Before, it was like every 10 seconds, something was popping up about Israel or Iran or what happened? Maybe they stopped bombing each other. Maybe Donald Trump did stop them from bombing each other and killing innocent people. Maybe that's a possibility. I don't know. All I do know is my phone isn't going bing every 2 seconds with something about Iran or something about Israel, or we're going to impeach Donald Trump because he bombed Iran. I was getting those notifications. The last day, nothing. Interesting. Anyway, we all go on with our lives. Far from Iran and far from Israel, and we're all just trying to struggle to pay our own bills. At least most of us. All right, God willing, I'll be here tomorrow. Who knows? I definitely do not. The best way to know if you want to watch live is to subscribe and click on the notification bell and do all the douchey things that they want you to do. And then you can catch me live. If not, all you got to do is go by bumpskeytv.com and you can catch the link to our YouTube channel, or if you have iHeartRadio or Spotify or Amazon Music or any of those major ones, Deezer, FM.com, you can listen to the podcast wherever you are. You don't have to see my ugly face, so bonus. Bonus for you. All right, thank you for tuning in, everybody. I appreciate it. It's hard to get anybody to listen, so thank you. Thank you. If you liked it, spread the word. Peace, everybody. Peace. And always remember and never forget.
Get busy living or get busy dying. That's goddamn right.
If you could stand for our national anthem, that would be fantastic. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land of the free and the home of the brave. God bless the USA.